American homeowners lose between $15 and $60 on Pothos plants every single year, not because they ignored them, but because they loved them the wrong way. If you are in your 50s or 60s and you have watched a perfectly healthy Pothos collapse without explanation, this video is the answer you never received. 5 causes, 5 exact fixes, 0 guesswork. Here is the shock. The number one sign of root rot in Pothos looks exactly like underwatering, so most growers water more and kill the plant faster. One cause past the halfway point involves no fungus, no overwatering, and no disease, and it is destroying Pothos quietly in millions of American homes right now. Most diagnoses are wrong from the very first moment. Welcome to PlantERLab, where smart growers discover plant ideas that actually pay off. Today we are breaking down the 5 root rot causes that silently destroy Pothos before most owners even lift the pot. Stay past the halfway point because one cause is fixed with something already in your kitchen right now, and the ingredient is plain white vinegar used in a way most guides have never shown you. Watering your Pothos every Sunday is not a care routine, it is a slow death sentence. Pothos roots need oxygen between waterings, and when soil stays wet beyond 8 to 10 days, anaerobic conditions develop. Pythium fungi, the most common root rot pathogen in houseplants, colonize and dissolve root tissue within days in waterlogged soil. The first symptom is not the roots, it is the leaves. Bottom leaves turn yellow while the soil still feels cold and heavy. Most growers in the South and Midwest lift the pot, feel the weight, and assume drought, then water again. That single decision accelerates the rot from treatable to fatal. In USDA zones 5 and 6, winter indoor air keeps soil wet far longer than summer, meaning a watering schedule that worked in July kills the plant in January. A basic $8 soil moisture meter from any American garden center eliminates this entirely. Remove the Pothos from its pot and look directly at the roots. Healthy Pothos roots are white to pale cream firm when pressed and carry a clean, earthy smell. Rotted roots are black, brown, or gray. They feel slimy between fingers and they collapse when pressed rather than hold shape. The smell is distinctly foul, not earthy, but acidic and sharp. This is the signature of Pythium breakdown of root cell walls. Here is what most guides omit entirely. A Pothos can have 60 to 80% root rot and still appear alive above the soil. The vine does not collapse until the remaining healthy roots can no longer carry water to the stem. By that point, most growers assume sudden death, but the plant was quietly failing for weeks. Trim every black root cleanly back to white healthy tissue using sterilized scissors. Every single one. Repot into fresh dry mix 2 parts quality potting soil to 1 part perlite. Never reuse infected soil under any circumstance. Place the Pothos in a clean terracotta pot with a minimum of 3 drainage holes. Do not water for 5 full days. This is the step most growers skip, and it costs the rescue. The trimmed roots need dry air contact to callus before moisture returns. By day 3, the stem will feel firmer. By week 2, new vine nodes begin pushing. Full recovery in most American home environments occurs by week 4. If you are watching and not yet subscribed, YouTube stops showing you this content the moment you close this tab. PlantERLab publishes plant knowledge every single week, built specifically for growers who want real results. Subscribe now, it is completely free. Cause 2 involves a design flaw on a pot sitting in millions of American homes right now, and the plant inside it is already dying. The most elegantly designed pot in your living room may be quietly killing your Pothos right now. Decorative ceramic and glazed cassia pots have no drainage holes by design. They are made to look beautiful, not to sustain roots. Water pours in pools at the bottom and never exits. The top inch of soil dries and feels normal to the touch. The grower assumes the plant is fine. Meanwhile, the lower root zone has been submerged for weeks. This is not overwatering from frequency, it is structural drowning from design. The $0 fix is straightforward. Lift the inner nursery pot out of the cache pot after every watering, allow full drainage for 30 minutes, then replace. Or transfer permanently to a pot with 3 or more drainage holes. In USDA zones 7 through 9, where indoor humidity runs higher through summer, this problem is dramatically accelerated. Drainage holes are non-negotiable. A $30 to $60 Pothos dies from a design flaw that takes 30 seconds to identify. Not every Pothos collapse is caused by Pythium fungus, and treating a bacterial infection like a fungal one guarantees the plant dies. Pseudomonas syringae and Erwinia carotivora are bacterial pathogens that enter through damaged leaf tissue or wounded roots, and they spread through water splashing, shared soil tools, and even condensation drip from air conditioning units. The diagnostic difference is precise. Fungal rot produces dry brown patches that spread from the edge inward. Bacterial infection produces water-soaked spots with a yellow halo surrounding a soft, mushy, dark center. Press the infected area gently. If it collapses and releases a faintly foul odor, you are dealing with bacteria, not fungi. This distinction changes everything about how you treat it. In the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, where indoor humidity stays high through winter, Erwinia spreads faster between plants sharing the same shelf. One infected vine can contaminate 5 surrounding plants within 2 weeks. Remove every infected leaf and stem immediately. Do not wait to see if new spots appear. Sterilize scissors between each cut using undiluted isopropyl alcohol. Bacterial transfer from blade to healthy tissue takes less than 1 contact. Place the Pothos in complete isolation, minimum 6 feet from any other houseplant for a full 3 weeks. Repot into completely fresh, sterile potting mix. Never reuse soil from an infected plant. By day 7, with no new spots appearing, the infection has been contained. By week 3, clean new growth confirms recovery. Here is the dollar reality most growers only calculate after the fact. A single ignored bacterial vine spreads to 5 surrounding plants in 2 weeks at $20 to $40 per plant. That is $100 to $200 in preventable plant loss from one unquarantined Pothos. Sterilized scissors in a 6-foot gap cost nothing. Ignoring the yellow halo costs everything. The next cause looks nothing like rot, but it destroys roots just as completely. You are now past the halfway point, and the cause coming next is the one that surprises every experienced grower the first time they encounter it. It looks nothing like root rot. The soil smells chemical, not rotten. The roots are brown at the tips, but firm, not slimy. Most growers treat it as drought and make it significantly worse. Remember the white vinegar tease from the intro. That ingredient appears in this second half, and the science behind why it works will genuinely change how you think about soil chemistry. This channel exists for growers who have spent enough seasons making expensive mistakes they were never warned about. If that is you, and if you are in your 50s or 60s, subscribe right now. Every week, new content, zone aware, dollar grounded, built for your actual life. Drop your state in the comments right now. Your USDA zone completely changes which of these 5 causes is highest risk for your specific home environment. The white powder forming on your soil surface and pot rim is not harmless mineral residue. It is a root emergency in slow motion. Excess fertilizer salts accumulate in potting mix with every application, and when concentrations exceed what the soil can buffer, they pull moisture out of root cells through reverse osmosis, the opposite of what roots are designed to do. The root tips burn, die, and turn dry brown, not slimy black. This is why saltburn is so consistently misdiagnosed as drought or root rot. The soil smells clean, almost chemical, not the sharp, foul odor of pythium. The leaves show dry, crispy brown tips, not the soft yellowing collapse of overwatering. In the Pacific Northwest and Northeast, where indoor plant enthusiasts fertilize through winter on summer schedules, this problem compounds rapidly. A $12 bottle of liquid fertilizer applied incorrectly to a $30 Pothos destroys the root system in 6 to 8 weeks, $42 lost to a measuring error. Flush the soil 3 times, not once. Pour clean water slowly through the pot until it flows freely from the drainage holes, then wait 30 full minutes and flush again, then one final flush. This 3-pass process physically mobilizes and removes accumulated salt deposits that a single watering cannot reach. After the 3rd flush, stop fertilizing entirely for 60 days. The roots need time to recover their osmotic function before any nutrient load is reintroduced. By day 5 post-flush, root stabilization begins as soil EC normalizes. By week 3, new clean leaf growth appears, the clearest signal that root function has returned. Here is the detail: 99% of fertilizer guides skip entirely. Pothos in USDA zone 8 and above, grown indoors in summer, require half-strength fertilizer even at peak growing season. Full-strength formulas designed for outdoor container plants overwhelm indoor potting mix chemistry in enclosed low drainage conditions. The cause coming next destroys roots without any soil chemistry involvement whatsoever. Pothos roots die at soil temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and the plant gives almost no warning before the damage is irreversible. In most American homes during winter, the danger zones are not obvious. The shelf directly below a ceiling AC unit running in summer, the windowsill against single-pane glass in January, the unheated spare room that stays at 58 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. The roots blacken from cellular collapse caused by cold, not from Pythium or bacteria. The critical diagnostic difference: no foul smell. Cold-damaged roots are dark and firm, not slimy, and the soil smells clean. The honest limitation here is this: if the root system has been at temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 2 weeks, recovery probability drops significantly even after correct repositioning. Move the plant immediately to a location with consistent ambient temperature above 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Allow the soil to warm fully before the next watering. AC vent placement destroys $20 to $50 Pothos plants every single winter in American homes, and the fix costs nothing except attention to placement. Here is the fact that changes everything and the explicit answer to what was teased at the very beginning of this video. A Pothos with 80% root rot is not a dying plant. It is a propagation opportunity. Take any vine section with at least 2 healthy nodes cut cleanly above the rot line, place in clean water in a clear glass vessel on a bright windowsill. Within 10 to 14 days, thick white roots emerge from the nodes. One dying $30 Pothos becomes 6 to 8 healthy new plants within a single season, each worth $15 to $30 at any American nursery. That is $90 to $240 in free plants from what most growers throw in the trash. This is the moment most guides end, but PlantERLab does not end here. The grower who rescues one plant and understands propagation never pays for another Pothos again. One healthy node in clean water is worth more than a pot full of compromised roots. Think of one person in your life still losing plants they were never told how to save. Send them this video right now. We are not ending here. 3 facts most Pothos guides never mention. First, terracotta pots actively prevent root rot in Pothos better than any other material. The porous clay wall allows lateral oxygen exchange directly into the root zone, something plastic and glazed ceramic physically cannot do. If you have lost Pothos repeatedly in plastic pots, the pot itself is the cause. Second, Pothos roots rot faster in low-light conditions not because of light directly, but because low-light plants consume water more slowly, meaning wet soil persists far longer between watering's darkness and wet soil together create ideal Pythium conditions. A $0 fix. Move the plant 3 feet closer to the window. Third, the node, the small brown bump where a leaf meets the vine, is the true survival unit of a Pothos. Even a vine with no leaves and no visible roots, with one healthy node intact, can regenerate a complete plant in water within 21 days. Most growers discard the node. Smart growers propagate it. If you have never dealt with Pothos root rot before, start with 2 changes only. Move the plant to a terracotta pot with 3 drainage holes and buy an $8 soil moisture meter. Do not water until the meter reads dry at a 2-inch depth. Those 2 steps alone eliminate causes 1 and 2 permanently. If you have been growing Pothos for several seasons and you want full root system control, build a small propagation station. 3 clear glass vessels on a bright windowsill. When any vine shows early stress, take a cutting immediately before diagnosis is even complete. You preserve the genetics, you grow free replacements, and you remove the time pressure from the recovery process entirely. Here is the honest limitation every experienced grower should know. Pothos with cold damaged roots below 50 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 2 weeks and Pothos with bacterial spread to the stem base have significantly lower recovery rates even with perfect protocol. Propagation from healthy vine sections above the damage line is always the more reliable path than attempting full plant rescue at that stage. If you have never dealt with Pothos root rot before, start with 2 changes only. Move the plant to a terracotta pot with 3 drainage holes and buy an $8 soil moisture meter. Do not water until the meter reads dry at a 2-inch depth. Those 2 steps alone eliminate causes 1 and 2 permanently. If you have been growing Pothos for several seasons and you want full root system control, build a small propagation station. 3 clear glass vessels on a bright windowsill. When any vine shows early stress, take a cutting immediately before diagnosis is even complete. You preserve the genetics, you grow free replacements, and you remove the time pressure from the recovery process entirely. Here is the honest limitation every experienced grower should know. Pothos with cold damaged roots below 50 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 2 weeks and Pothos with bacterial spread to the stem base have significantly lower recovery rates even with perfect protocol. Propagation from healthy vine sections above the damage line is always the more reliable path than attempting full plant rescue at that stage. If this video gave you something you can actually use today, hit like right now. It takes 1 second, and it tells YouTube this kind of plant knowledge deserves a wider audience. Drop your state in the comments below and tell us which of the 5 causes you think is happening in your home right now. Your USDA zone changes the risk profile completely, and reading your comments helps PlantERLab build more zone-specific content every single week. Think of one person in your life, a neighbor, a friend, a family member, who has lost a pothos they did not understand. Send them this video right now. One share from you puts 5 causes and 5 fixes in front of someone who genuinely needed it. You just received zone-accurate, dollar-grounded, research-based plant information that most channels never put in one place. That is what every PlantERLab video delivers. Subscribe now and turn on the bell. The next one is already coming. Every grower who has ever stood over a struggling plant and wondered what went wrong deserves a clear answer, and PlantERLab exists to make sure that answer is always one video away. The next PlantERLab video is already waiting for you on screen right now. It covers a plant problem that is searched over 2 million times per month by American homeowners, and most of the advice online gets the diagnosis completely wrong. Watch it next. You already know how to listen to what your plants are telling you. PlantERLab makes sure you always know what to do next.